Welcome to the Deerwood Realty YouTube channel. I'm John Schenk, founder and managing broker of Deerwood Realty in St. Louis, Missouri. Well, building ghost towns, huh? I was looking at the Twitter and I saw this post and I wanted to kind of go over with you and just see if it makes any sense. Now, look, everybody can argue back and forth about stuff, right? I mean, we can always haggle about statistics and everything, but I was kind of taken aback by this one, and I wanted to share it with you. So here we go. Let's make sure I did that right. Yeah. All right. Now we'll go here. Sorry about that. It says, this is from Economica. Now, I put the link in the description, and he kind of steals stuff every once in a while. I've seen him steal some stuff off of others from Twitter. So I'm assuming this is his own research, but who knows, right? So it says, anybody spend any time going through the NAR housing shortage tracker? That's the National Association of Realtors, tracker. It says, what you may notice are the majority of metro areas, 174 actively tracked, deemed to have a housing shortage. I'm using the total shortage tabs, are in the areas that have long-standing depopulation, long-standing declining total employees amid slowly growing housing stocks. Almost no metro areas with population and job growth are deemed to be in any shortage. Think about that a little bit. It's akin to suggesting that much of rural Japan is in a housing shortage due to a lack of new housing being built. So what is he saying? So he's saying, look, in the places where there's light employment, okay, like, why would you need more housing? Now, let's just do supply and demand fund. If there's more supply, then there's demand. The price should go down. Did I do that right? I don't know. I'll have to look back. I'm not changing it. If there's more supply, then there is demand. The price has to go down. That's the way it should work in economics. Now, I've argued for quite some time that there seems to be plenty of houses available for sale for investors. So wouldn't that mean that there's plenty of supply available? Well, no, the investors are taking up the stock of the single family home buyers, those would-be owner occupants. Now, I'm not here to vilify investors. I'm just saying it seems like they've taken up much of the market. Now, you can argue about how much that is. But we're not going to get into that right now. We're going to go over this. So let's first get into the tab that shows this housing shortage tracker. Here it is. It's just a little thing, and it goes, you can pick any place you want to, like so right here in St. Louis. Well, if I do that, it says there's a need for more permits in the city of St. Louis or in the St. Louis area. Okay. So going back to this, now let's just look at some of the places. So this is the graph that he made, metros with the highest housing shortage, according to the National Association of Realtors housing shortage tracker. Okay, so Anchorage, Alaska. Okay, now you have to look at the chart, and I just want to make sure it's clear for you guys. Okay, it looks pretty good. So in 2000, you had 320, and then you had 121 in the home price index and 149 in employees. And so just kind of meandering down, you got to 181 right now. The home prices are going up. Your population's going up. Okay. So that seems that like there should be a shortage. That seems that there should be more houses being built. West Virginia, you've got employees going down. You've got home prices going up over the population, which is also going down. Well, why would you need more houses in a place where the population and employment is going down? In the shortage tracker, the idea is it's based on the historical average. One permit is issued for every 2 new jobs. It says, however, that is not the case for many metropolitan areas. See below which metropolitan areas need to build more houses in order housing supply to keep up with the increased demand for housing. Well, Huntington, West Virginia doesn't look like that's the case. Akron, Ohio, employees 330,000, 340 a number of years later, 23 years later. Prices are shooting up over the population, which is going down or stayed the same. Honolulu, Hawaii, same thing, right? Salinas, California, I think it's Salinas. Population has gone up. Prices did go up and then get hammered during the great financial crisis. Population going up a little. Springfield, Illinois, I don't know, how can all these places have these skyrocketing prices when their population is going down? Makes you wonder. Santa Barbara, 450,000. Employees going up, so that's okay. New Jersey, employment going down, house prices going up, population still going up a little bit. Syracuse, New York, population remains the same. Employment lower, home prices higher. So you get the point, right? Here's Cleveland. Cleveland, you've got employees going down, employees, house price up, population down. South Bend, Indiana. Have you ever been to South Bend, Indiana? Like the home of Notre Dame football? I went there. I thought I was going to be impressed, and not impressed. Employees down. Now, if you're from South Bend, please, I'm not trying to kick you. I just wasn't what I thought it was going to be. Population, okay, right? But there's an idea, right, that you need more employment. I don't want to mess with you with just doing that, but there's this idea that you need more employment for there to be new houses built. And these places are not getting more employment, so why do they need more housing? Seems to make sense. Seems to make sense, right? Go right over here real quick. So, how is it like it should be if there's population growth, okay, and job growth, the combination of the two, there should be a need for more housing. If there's depopulation and declining total employees, there should be less need. There should be no shortage or very little, and yet that's how it's looking like this graph is, or these graphs are. I had some thoughts. I had some things I wanted to point out. So one of the questions I had is, how does the National Association of Realtors define a housing shortage, and why might this definition be problematic in areas with declining populations? Well, you can see that they're using it based on building permits issued. And if the population is declining, this is, you don't want to be building into a population decline or a job decline, right? Or do you? It's always weird to me. Let me put it to you a different way. I have a friend lives in a neighborhood. 5 years ago, houses were $200,000 in that neighborhood all day long, and they were nice houses, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, 1,400 square feet. Okay, same house today, $340,000 every day of the week, right? He's happy. He's like, great. We're going to get more when we sell our house. He does not care about the tax increase. So he's happy that house prices are high. But if you're a buyer and you go from $200,000 to $340,000 on the same home, you're not very happy, right? So it depends on what side of the spectrum you're on. In these places where you have declining population, where you have declining employees, number of employees, maybe people are happy that the houses are going to be more affordable. Maybe this isn't the best way to track this type of thing. Number two, what are the potential consequences of misidentifying areas as having a housing shortage? Well, this could be disastrous. Disastrous. Economics is all about the best utilization of the resources you have. I mean, we're going to be building houses in places that they don't need houses. So those houses will be cheaper and there'll be less profit. Less profit is bad because you need profit for businesses to be in existence over time. Even public companies have to make a profit at some point. How could the methodology of the housing shortage tracker be improved to more accurately reflect the needs of different regions? I don't know. I've never really liked. I've always felt like there should be some sort of delay when discussing home units being built. For instance, I hate to use 2008, but I mean, how many building permits were issued, but how many homes were actually built? It should almost be like there should be a lag there. Should be a lag. I don't know how long. That's one thing. Maybe there's a waiting for the population decline. A waiting. Not to wait, but a waiting. And it says, what role do local government policies play in exacerbating or alleviating perceived housing shortages? Well, I don't think that there's ever been a time in my life where they've said that they've built too many houses. Like, houses are too cheap, we need to stop building them. And it kind of makes you wonder. You know, we talk about NIMBY, not in my backyard. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. How many boomers don't want multifamily units in their pristine neighborhoods? And how might misclassification impact real estate investments in the local economy in these areas? Well, I mean, let's just look at the employment numbers coming out of the Bureau of Labor Statistics. The CBI number. Do you have any faith in those numbers being released? I don't. Because they always seem to be pretty good and then they're revised down. Whatever would benefit the regime, and I mean that, Republican or Democrat. I don't know how much control we should be putting on our elected leaders to, be determining where to best spend the capital. I really don't. I mean, I think that they should be facilitating, they already have zoning. They have green mail. I don't know. I just thought it was very interesting. I thought it was an interesting way to look at it. How can it be that the higher population areas with employment growth are not shown to be in a deficit? I don't know, ponder it. Leave me a comment. Like the video, watch till the end. That would help me a lot. I'd appreciate it. That's all I have for tonight. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening, and I'll catch you on the next one.